about us. Not in a I think I'm better than you way, but in a way of like, what will people think about me? So the anxiety arises. Do you struggle with social anxiety? That feeling like something's gonna happen, that loud voice in the head, your body starts shaking, your heart starts racing. We care so much about what people think about us. We're worried, how do we look? How do we sound? How are we? It's just like, there's so much going on in that. And the thing is, it's all driven by insecurity. So our insecurity means I care about what other people think about me. So that creates this alternate reality in our head where we think everybody's looking at us, everybody's judging us. But guess what? It's not true, because everybody else is in their own head either thinking that same thing or thinking about their own needs. And that's a secret tool I want to share with you that helps you get out of that social anxiety. Because see, for me growing up, I've had that social anxiety. When I was in elementary school, if you were a girl and you liked me, you know what I did? I ran. Yeah, I ran around the school, I ran home, whatever I could to get away. I had no game. I was so insecure. And when I got to middle school, same thing. But what I used to do was I'd be the funny guy now. I'd be the know-it-all. I would use those things to kind of protect myself to be liked. But again, those things only get you so far because it doesn't build true friendship. It builds acquaintances. In high school, I was introduced to the secret anxiety reliever. Alcohol. Man, when I drank that alcohol, oh my gosh. Anxiety who? It was like I found the solution. I could talk to anybody, I can go on dates, I can socialize, I can do things, I can be things, I can think things, and like, it was cool. I had this level of confidence that I've never had before. Now with using alcohol though, as that crutch, it worked until it didn't work. So when I got sober, I had to face the real question. How do I deal with this social anxiety without alcohol or drugs? So I want to share with you my experience, what I did that helps me now live with this anxiety. Number one, I bought a book called How to Be Yourself. And it teaches you about social anxiety, where it stems from, the things that we think protect us but actually hurt us, and then how to find new challenges to work through it. So one of the things I used to use a lot to cope with my anxiety was picking up my phone. I grab that iPhone, I'm in a big crowd, and I feel that anxiety, and boom, I'm safe. Now what I didn't know is that people, what they perceive from that is, this guy doesn't like me. This guy thinks I'm uninteresting. This guy's an asshole. See, and I didn't mean it like that. I was just so insecure, so much anxiety. I did it to protect. Little did I know it was actually hurting my chances of connecting with people. Now another thing I utilized for that was the know-it-all. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, guess what? With that, it becomes a surface conversation because I'm not learning. I'm not connecting because I'm saying I know it all. And with that, I can never truly connect. Why? Because I'm not being myself. If you're not yourself, you can't connect. If we start method acting to be liked, then you're gonna get the same intimacy as an actor does with the people in the movie. It's all fake. It's acting. It does not work. So break the know-it-all. Now the funny guy, the class clown, the joker, right? I'm gonna do the scariest, biggest, most extreme thing. I'm gonna make myself look like a fool because it's gonna get attention. Well, guess what? You will get acquaintances from this. People will laugh, but you ain't building nothing. So again, you don't want to use the funny thing to build connection and work through your anxiety. It's not going to work. It's going to stop working and it's going to hurt you. And when you get older, you'll notice it more. Because these things that protected us from our anxiety when we're younger work. But once we get into our adulthood, it's going to start to hurt us. So we have to figure out how to cope. If not, you're going to rely on alcohol and drugs to get through it, and then that's going to destroy your life. Let's talk about money. Money's another way, right? To impress. Use this money to buy things to be liked. People will enjoy that, but then they'll take advantage of it, or they're gonna notice that, you know what, you're cool, you're buying me these things, but I really don't vibe with you. And they're gonna pull away. and then you're gonna get hurt. So here are the things to cope with anxiety the right way. 1, find out where the anxiety started, because it's an experience in our past that happened that reminds us of something we're going through, and it brings up the anxiety. Like, I have fear of authority figure because of my father growing up. So when I'm in the presence of somebody like a manager position, an authority figure, the anxiety arises. It has nothing to do with the person, it has to do with how the authority figure in my life made me feel growing up. After you identify what it is, you work through it, then boom, you're gonna start to see different ways that, so once you identify it and you start working through it, the anxiety will get weaker. And by getting weaker is you become aware of it and then you challenge it. Put yourself in those situations and call you out. Be like, you know what, I got anxiety right now because I think you're my dad. And they'll be like, wait, what? I'm just letting you know that something that I'm working through. Most people will be like, oh no, like, it's not like that. I just wanted to talk to you. I'm not trying to hurt you like your dad did or anything. So you work through it. So that's one way to work through your anxiety. 2, meditation. Meditation is key. When you meditate, you exercise your awareness. We have 2 of them. 1 is your attention, what's in front of you. 2, peripheral, what goes past you. What happens when we have a lot of anxiety is our attention awareness is overused. So it focuses on these thoughts so much and we can't let it go. That's where the feelings come up. Past experience triggers anxiety. The attention awareness, you focus on the anxiety. And now when you meditate, you exercise the peripheral awareness so that thought, when it gets stuck in your head, flies right by you. It's like being on the freeway. There's a car in front of you that you can see perfectly, and there's also the cars next to you that just pass by. So meditation will make your thoughts pass by, because when they pass by, then you can't feel nothing. Thoughts create the feeling. Thoughts create the feeling. Again, thoughts create the feeling. Now, exercise is another great tool, because when you exercise, you release dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. Those things are the feel-good feelings. It makes you feel connected, makes you feel high. Those things will help lower the stress, lower the ability to have all these anxiety attacks. It will raise your confidence, raise your self-esteem, and help remove it. Embrace your anxiety, because anxiety is not bad. Anxiety is good. Anxiety tells us when to run away, to get out of a situation. It protects us. It's just that when we have it a little too much, it's because we grew up in a dysfunctional home where we experienced that part of our brain that releases anxiety a little too much. So now the anxiety overbears us and takes control of us. And be honest, I got really bad anxiety. Like, no joke, my anxiety is so bad. Scared of public speaking, scared of dating, scared of being in front of big crowds. I care about what people think, to the point where I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say. And then when I share it, I totally forget what I was gonna share. And then after I share, it's to the point where I'm like, oh my God, I should have said this, this, and that. Maybe I should share again. Like, that's my state of mind. I'm the overthinker with low self-worth. But I embrace it. And because I embrace it, I start to heal from it. But when you embrace it, you own it, you can change it. So don't feel bad about it. You'd be surprised how many people have it that you know. Some people are just good at hiding it, but we don't want to hide. So embrace the anxiety. So again, you got meditation, exercise, identifying it, and embracing it by being honest. I'm telling you guys, your anxiety, it's going away. Watching this video, it's healing. Because once you know, you know. And sometimes we don't know what we need until we try it. So try these things, hit me up, let's remove our anxiety together. Because I know it's gonna happen, because you deserve to be free. And remember, your anxiety has a purpose. So whatever you're going through, it's happening for a reason. Your anxiety is a part of your story because it's relatable. When people can relate, then people find hope. You're a hope dealer. You're gonna deal some hope for people who are struggling with anxiety. So be that vessel, spread that message, and get high on hope. Because life is happening for you, not to you. Love you. Thank you for watching this video. I'm super excited for the journey, and I want you guys to know that I understand the pain that you're going through. I almost ended my life due to my battle with addiction, mental health, and sexual abuse. So what I want to do now is I want to be that person to give you hope. I want to be that person to give you love. I want to be that person to give you faith, so you can believe that anything is possible. That anything is. Because when you think that, you will heal from that. And how do you do that? By suffering joyfully and staying high on hope.